Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Cheers!
Cheers! Love you!
Cheers!
Cheers!
Happy New Year, everyone!
Happy day after New Year! How come I can't get any coffee out of this? Oh. I need to turn it on.
Turn it on. Oh, goodness.
There it is. Oh my goodness sakes. I hope you all had a safe and happy New Year's Eve. If you went out partying like we did, she was telling me all kinds of stuff New Year's Eve. I don't remember any of it because it went in one year and out the other. That was pretty good, eh?
That was good, yeah.
Jeez. My gosh.
Oh, goodness. Well, last Saturday, remember we said that Dave was making breakfast for us? He did.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Whew.
He calls them dough balls.
Hold on.
What?
Speaking of Dave, notice our nice Our Endeavor shirts. Look
Dave
at
and
this,
Karen.
baby. Look at that, baby.
Ooh, cool, huh?
Show them your back.
Oh.
You got a nice back thing on yours. Woo!
I got the cheap birds.
The cheap birds.
Oh, so he made these dough balls. So they're, I don't know if you've ever had like Mexican sopapillas. They're kind of like that. They're kind of like Indian fry bread. And
Except they were Dave balls.
So they're
What?
about this big. You know, they puff up. And then when they come out, you kind of mush them so there's like a little pocket and put
Honey
butter,
in it or
honey,
butter.
jelly, cinnamon sugar. Oh my gosh.
Holy cow.
I think we all gained about 10 pounds that morning.
Whew.
But they're so yummy. So yummy. Then what else did we do? We were probably slugs the rest of the day because we were full.
Oh my gosh.
Full of dough.
It was
We were a little
so
doughy.
delicious.
We were a little doughy that day.
So delicious. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Incredibly good.
We have this plastic on our screen door, and we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
Last year we went and got some of the earth magnets, the really strong magnets, so that you could hold the plastic on, one magnet on each side of the screen. And this helps us have our door open and have light coming in when it's chilly outside, or even when like the air conditioner's on.
Mm-hmm. In the summertime, if we're trying to cool the place down, as long as the sun isn't beating on that side of the RV, we can have the door open and have light come in without losing any of our air-conditioned air.
Yeah.
You know?
So
it's like having a storm door.
We used to have it all taped on, but then that didn't give us the opportunity to take the plastic down if we wanted the fresh air and didn't need the plastic on.
Yeah.
So we got the idea from Becky and Myron, of course. We're still looking for just the right kind of plastic, though.
Yeah. Hey, what we've got works. It's not perfect.
Yeah.
Kind of like everything else on that.
Works for us. So we needed some more earth magnets. So we went back down to the Arizona marketplace that's down here in Yuma, and we picked up some more earth magnets so we can put a little bit more magnets on. We've kind of loosely have it up there. We wanted just some more, make it sturdier. Yeah. Oop, I hear the hummingbird.
Here, hummingbirds.
Here, hummingbirds. Our feeder's up here, Barbara. You probably can't see it, but it's right here. And then the little thing that you sent me to attach to the window, I have another one on the other side of the rig. So thank you so much, Barbara, for those hummingbird feeders in the hangar. Yeah,
we had to put it on the other side because the sun, in the wintertime where we are, we're faced south, so it's beating in this side. We can't hang the hummingbird feeder on the window.
Yeah, because we don't want to get, I mean, this is hanging out in the open, obviously, but anyway, so we went to there and we got the earth magnets, and then we got a little folding table. We got a new barbecue.
One of those aluminum folding tables.
Yeah, the ones that fold up. We got a new barbecue this past summer, or no, last year.
Yeah, this summer.
This summer. We got a new barbecue grill. And it's a little too big for the trays that I used to set it on. It fits, but barely. Boy, if it gets bumped, it's off the table. So we got a new one of those. Their Arizona marketplace is really kind of cool.
But this table first. This
Oh.
table's kind of shaky.
Yeah,
It's
it's tough.
wobbly. We need to figure out a way to make the legs stronger
A
because
little
it does
sturdier.
sway back and forth, you
Yeah.
know. And
But since I need to have a tray on the side of it to set the food down on,
Yeah.
I've got it butted up against this table. It fits perfectly right up against it underneath just the top, and that helps sturdy it up.
so, Merry Christmas, by the way.
Oh, is that my Christmas present?
Yeah, that's 2021 Merry Christmas.
Oh, no, no, no.
We're starting early.
No, we bought
We-
that in 2020.
We bought it after Christmas, so it counts for the next
no,
Christmas.
no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
You know, that's like, she gets all kinds of gifts like that all
What?
year long. It's Merry
What?
Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. One of the gifts that I got was I'm not a game person. I don't like playing a lot of games. I do like playing Mexican Train. I'm not a card person. But one of the gifts that I got was a sticky deck of cards, but I'm having trouble dealing with it.
That was a long story for.
Not much of a payoff, eh?
No. No. No, no, no. You're the one that got presents. You got the drone and the GoPro and the everything.
Yeah, whatever.
He did fly his drone the other day here. We finally had a day where he could actually get it up in the air that wasn't windy. It's been so freaking windy. So sick of it.
Crazy windy here.
God.
The one day we had gusts 40 to 50 miles an hour continuously and straight winds of almost 30 miles an hour. And it was just crazy. It was so scary, we went up on the roof and flattened our panels because we tilt our panels in the wintertime when we're down here in Arizona. And I said, okay, let's go put these down. We couldn't get
Yeah.
comfy at all, so we did that.
Yeah, he was going to try and do it by himself. And I said, no way. I went up there with him. And it's a good thing I did. Otherwise, we'd have one of those panels on the ground.
We had to put ropes around her leg, though. She was like a flag up there.
No, I wasn't. It was fine. That was fine.
Oh, my goodness.
So Monday we both worked in the morning, and then I got some more Christmas stuff cleaned up, putting the trees away and taking down all the decorations.
She doesn't really let me even undecorate
Well, no, everything has to be put away a certain way.
a certain way. And you know what? Before her and I were together, I never knew there was a right and a wrong way to put milk away in the refrigerator. That's how picky you are. You know, it's like you take the ornaments off the tree, you throw them in a box.
Oh, no, no, no.
You take the lights off the tree, you wad them up in a ball, and you throw them in the box.
No, you don't. Carefully. Roll them around a tube, very carefully. And then you put each set in a separate baggie so they don't get tangled or broken or messed up. Each ornament is wrapped nicely in tissue paper, put in the box. There's a right and a wrong way. As far as the milk goes, I
And
don't
a
care
lo-
how you put it in the fridge because you're the only one that drinks
And
it,
a lorry way.
which is a good way.
Which
is a good
if you
way.
live inside this rig, is the only way.
Oh, here we go.
There it is.
You better fix yourself a bed up there.
Man, some people are so judgmental. I can tell by just looking at you. On with the show.
Wow. He's already racking up the points for this year. It's only a couple days in. Tuesday, we got to go.
Mexico.
Mexico.
Went south of the border.
Yep. We went with Dave and Karen, and Scott and Shauna were wonderful to babysit Bear.
Yep.
So Bear went and hung out with them for a few hours while we went over to Mexico.
Yep.
We had a good time. Tom got new glasses.
Got some new spectacles. It wasn't going to do it because I had called over there and I was going to do the teeth cleaning and x-rays and everything on your teeth, get an eye exam. And I kept calling different places and they said, well, it's 2 weeks. Because of the virus, we have to schedule you in. It'll be 2 to 3 weeks before we can get you in. I said, forget it. we go walking across the border and they're like, hey, you need the glasses?
Glasses,
You want to get your
dentist.
teeth clean? I mean,
Yeah.
it was like
Because you
that.
called around for dentists too.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything. And they were saying, no, we have to have 2-3 weeks before we can get you in.
So got into a spectacle place.
It's actually a dental place.
It was actually
Yeah.
a dental place that I guess they check your eye teeth. I don't know. But
Yeah.
you know what? He got me in there. They tested, and of course, the first thing I did when he took me into the little, exam room is because he left, and I'm like looking at the wall. It's got all the certificates. I mean, this guy was USC, had something up there from another university in the U.S. They're all like that when you go across the border. There's no issues at all.
Yeah.
But they did the test. I actually passed the test, which was kind of surprising. And brand new glasses. They produce them right there.
In a couple of hours.
Couple hours, you walk out of there, and man,
Pretty cool. We went and had lunch. It was absolutely delicious.
I can see. I can see clearly now. The blurs are gone.
You knew we'd have to put a song in, right? Exactly.
That was a fun day.
It was.
And Dave and Karen took us to a restaurant that they've
Monka's.
eaten at in the past, and it was mucho good.
Monka's. I think it's Monca's. Monka's. It was delicious.
It was incredible.
It was really good. Really good. They had a singer there. He was singing. His little...
Then they come around with a tip jar, the
Yeah.
singer does. You tip him, and then he disappears.
He disappeared.
And it's like, where did he go?
we
He
got
stopped
there.
singing.
We got there like probably at the last song.
You didn't
of
tip
his-
him enough.
Of his little performance. And so he comes around. He just stands there with his little cup. We're looking at him going, oh, you're the singer. He says, yes, I sing. And I was like, okay. So we each gave him a buck or two. And then he leaves. And we're like, well, what happened to the music? But he was only going for like a 10-minute break or
Yeah.
something. So he came back. And he didn't come back asking us for a tip because we tipped him before.
And then
Oh, all kinds of little salespeople. They come around to your table.
yeah. And one of them wasn't even a salesperson. Just wanted to give. What's your name? What's your first name?
Yeah.
This is a We're going to enter you in
doing
a
a
contest.
contest.
And Dave's like, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you. Because there's always a catch. No, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you. So this one goes, Lori.
Well, Dave and Karen did their names. So I said Lori and Tom.
And I didn't want to give him my name. I was going to give him a phony first name.
Yeah, well, that would have been funny.
I was going to say Jose.
So a little while later, here the little guy comes back, and he's got these shells that are painted. They have Cocopellis on them and real pretty decorated. And then at the top of it has your names, Lori and Tom.
And it would have been great
Dave
if he'd
and
had
Karen.
Jose. It said Lori and Jose.
And until you pay for it, then he'll go and spray the shellac over the top of it to keep it protected.
Yep.
Because otherwise, he just washes that name off and uses that shell again.
Goes to the next table.
Yeah. But anyway, it was just really cool. He stands there with a little wire, and he makes this little stand for you to set it up on. And it was, I thought it was very clever. Instead of, hey, you want to buy a shell with your name on it? I give you a good price for you today.
Stop.
You only $1.
Everything's cheaper in the morning.
Everything's cheaper in the morning.
Almost free.
You know, almost free for you.
Almost free for you.
Yes.
But we had a great time
We do
with
have a
them.
great time, yeah.
Lunch was unbelievably
Lunch
good.
was yummy. We picked up a few little thingies, and
Little trinkets and things like
we
that.
got some medicine.
And we did have to wait in line when we got out. Going over to the border, not an issue. There wasn't even any checkpoints or anything. You just walked across. But coming back into the U.S., we were in line. It wasn't long. It was 30-minute wait.
Yeah, probably about 30 minutes. Yeah,
You know,
I think
something
that's
like
probably
that.
about all. And it wasn't bad.
And of course, they're trying to sell you things in line. And, some people just continue to buy things while you're waiting in line. And
How
I
about
kept telling
churros?
her, no. And finally, people are coming by to sell her stuff. And she goes, I can't. My husband's mean. He said no.
I started that earlier on in the day when people were trying to sell me things and I'm looking at it and he's taking me and turning me away. And I'd say, I'm sorry, my husband's mean. He won't let me have it.
That would be me.
Oh, because you do kind of get exhausted saying, no, thank you. I'm sorry. No, thank you. Not today. Not right now. I'll be back. But
It was a good trip. It was a
yep,
very good day.
it's always fun going down there. And, you know, for me, it's just part of the experience. You know, getting the little trinkets that they hand make, especially like the hand painted thing. And
Yeah.
we got a bracelet like we did for our daughter Jolene a couple years ago. We got one for Salem because she's never going to be able to find anything with her name on it either.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
So I got her a little bracelet with her name. So that's always fun. I like getting that kind of stuff. You know, some of it is the same stuff, each booth, and it's like you talk them down, of course. I know it's their livelihoods, but some of the handmade things. Karen had gotten a hummingbird that was all made out of beads, and I loved it. And the person that sold her hers didn't have one like I wanted in the colors. So later on in the day when we saw one, it was like, ooh, that's really close. I want that one. So, and you still talk them down a couple bucks, but they're handmade. I know. But they know people are going to talk them down. So they start out with a higher price than they really expect to get.
Yeah.
So I don't do that very much because they're out there trying to make a living. And this year, I'm sure it's really, really slow for them.
It wasn't very busy over there. Not like it has the other time that we were over there a couple
No.
years ago. You know, there was a 30-minute wait in line to get back across the border, but again, they're checking everybody to see what you've purchased, you know, what kind of alcohol and drugs you're actually muling back to the U.S.
Yeah, because you're only allowed so much.
Yeah.
It's like 1 liter of alcohol.
But there's not a lot of people over there.
person.
Again, it has to do with the Canadian border being closed.
Yeah.
So, but it was a fun day. We had a great time.
Yep. And then that evening, we're sitting around for our happy hour, or we're just sitting outside, and we see this Class A come pulling up.
Well,
And they're slow.
Very slow.
They're going very slow. And then Dave gets a text and says, do you see me in my Monaco? And he's like,
and I was looking down at my phone, and Dave read it to me, and I kind of looked up almost the same second, and they weren't but 50 yards
yeah,
away
they were
from
right
us.
there.
Neither one of us heard the RV pulling up.
Now, I saw them come in, but they were going really slow, and it's like, oh, they must be looking for something. So it was Scott and Laura. Their handle when they're on like the Dave and Karen's lives is something else, and I can't remember what it is. Do you? Do you remember what it is?
I don't remember what I had for breakfast this
Okay,
morning.
because you haven't had any yet.
Well, there you go.
That's part of the reason, right? Anyway.
You want me to run and find out?
No, it's okay. We can find out and put it in the description below.
Okay.
So Scott and Laura arrived. I guess they got the information of where we were and stuff from Bob and Pearl, from Next Exit. And so that was cool. We got them situated over on the other side of Dave and Karen so that they were in a easy to get to spot for them.
Yeah.
And we've been enjoying happy hour every evening with them. And
Our happy hours have kind of extended.
oh yeah.
It's almost like we are Canadian. You know?
Hey, one of the restaurants in town says happy hour 11:30 to 5:30 or 11 to 5:30, something like that. We came back and told Dave and Karen, happy hour is really supposed to be 11 to 5:30.
Yes.
On Wednesday, I finished putting away the rest of the Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
Got the trees in the basement and stuff.
And once again, I did volunteer, and I got knocked down.
Yeah, no thank you. No thank you.
So I
Not
go-
today.
so I
Not
go-
this time.
Go outside and play with Dave.
Yeah. Now it was super windy again. God, we're getting sick of the wind.
Yeah.
Right now it's absolutely beautiful, but who knows if this will last.
Yeah.
Knock on wood. We hope it lasts today. But that was, we didn't stay outside for very long. It was was chilly.
Very chilly and very windy. The temperature's not really been bad here. It's been in the 40s at night, but only in the 50s in the daytime. And with the wind blowing 30 miles an hour at 50 degrees, feels a little bit chillier than actually it is. But it's not been bad here temperature-wise. And today it's supposed to be 70. This is beautiful.
Yep.
This is why we're
gorgeous
here.
right now. Yeah, it's like, okay, if we're going to be in Arizona
This is why
for this
we're
time
here.
of year, around the holidays and stuff, it better be nice weather.
Yeah.
Otherwise, for me, what's the point?
She'd rather be in the snow.
I'd rather be in the snow.
I'll buy you
with
a
my
ticket.
family.
I'll buy you a ticket
Really?
next year. Merry Christmas.
Oh, yay! All
course,
right.
It's a one-way bus ticket, but it'll be a ticket.
Okay. Oh, gosh. So Thursday.
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve. So we ran to Walmart real fast because we needed to go get ham. And
We got what we needed, came back here and
Yep.
sat around.
we sat around. We had a great visit. And guess what Dave made? Pizza, pizza, pizza.
Of course.
Well, it was Scott and Laura's fault. They come back the day before. After they went to town, they bring Dave a sack and they say, well, here's some pepperoni and some cheese and some stuff for pizzas. So we had pizza
Oh, my gosh.
on New Year's Eve, and Scott and Laura made some yummy goodies, some sausage thingies.
Sausage
and,
balls.
Yep, and some of the
little cocktail wheel
smokies
smokies.
in the crescent rolls, and oh, so good. And I cooked up
Cookies.
the chicken. Oh, those cookies were good. I cooked up some chicken for the pizzas, and we sat around. They have a
Fire pit.
fire pit, the propane fire pit. So we had a nice little fire without any smoke. I like those. Those are nice. But it was a really nice evening. People way over by the dunes have fireworks that we can just barely
Yeah.
see. We don't have to hear them. We can just see them sparkling over there a little bit. So it was a nice New Year's Eve. All went back in like around 7:30, 8
Yeah,
o'clock
something
ish
like
or
that.
something like that. Had to be around 7:30 because we get in and we watch like a little half-hour program, and I'm like, oh yay, it's 9 o'clock. We can go to bed now. And he's like, no, you're on Arizona time. We can't go to bed till 9 o'clock
That's 9 o'clock Mountain.
Mountain.
Not 9 o'clock Pacific, so you can't celebrate yet. You got another hour to go.
Yeah. We always celebrate New York time. But
But
East
we're
Coast time.
generally in the Pacific time zone, which this year we decided to extend the mountain time zone to where we are because it's only a few miles out of Yuma.
21.
So we did that.
Yep. So that's okay. But we just
Still had a good time.
Yep, had a nice
Had a nice New Year's Eve with our friends. We had dining. We had dancing.
We had lots of nice dining and drinking. But no dancing, which is fine with me. So, and then yesterday, Happy New Year!
Very windy again in the morning
God.
yesterday. It was crazy.
Poor Scott and Laura, they're like, we're not used to this wind or this dust. It can be dusty when it's really windy.
Welcome to the desert.
Yep. But then we have days like this.
This is what makes it worth it.
Yes. We didn't really do a whole lot yesterday because it was so windy in the morning. We just kind of all stayed in. I do those the family calendars every year, and I know we featured them in a video a long time ago. But for new people, I do a family calendar every year where it has everybody's birthdays and anniversaries and stuff on them. And I'm the one that I've been doing it for years and years and years. And I used to print them off and bind them and everything, but now I just email them. If they want to print it off, they can do it. I just send them to all the family. My mom loves them. She writes all over them. We do too. It's our calendar. We keep track of everything on. Like,
Has everybody in the family birthdays, anniversaries,
when they passed away,
everything like that? It's all there.
Yep. And we write where we've been, who we met, who we saw, where we went. I already said that. When we changed the propane, when we've dumped tanks, just all that kind of information is right there. And it's kind of like a journal in a way. I can go back and look through it. He'll say, well, when were we there? Or who did we meet? When did we meet so-and-so? And it's all right there on my calendars. So I was busy doing those. And I do 2 separate sets. I do one for the Borges family, which is my maiden name. Do one for the Borges family. And then I do one that's for us that has your side of the family all on and our friends and that kind of thing. So
She kind of keeps me segregated from her side of the family.
that's not true. You're on there too, but I'm talking about your brother. My family doesn't know your brother.
I know. Lucky family.
I don't think Mike and Brenda watch us anymore, so we'll be hurting their feelings.
Love you, Mike. Yeah, not really. No, I do.
So the wind died down yesterday afternoon,
Yep.
evening. So we were all
It was a
sitting out.
nice afternoon yesterday, finally.
Yep, and it didn't get too chilly. We just had jackets instead of being wrapped
Yeah.
up in blankets too.
Yeah, made a big difference.
Yes.
And then they're leaving today.
Both of them, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
both leaving today, and we'll be out here by ourselves in the desert for a few more days before we pack it up and head to Quartzsite.
Yep, go back to Quartzsite.
Yep.
But it's been really fun being out here. It would be nicer if it wasn't so windy because we didn't really spend a whole lot of time with each other because we're all just tucked in our homes.
It's generally windy out here. It really is, but it's more to the breezy side than constant wind like we've had this year.
Or the big gusts.
It's just been crazy.
But it's
So,
nice
but
right
it's been
now.
dry. No rain at all. A few little sprinkles here and there on a couple days, but no rain really at all.
I think this is our dog.
No, she's right there behind you.
Oh, hi. She's always going off into Dave and Karen's house. Hi, BB.
Oh, well.
Yep,
Are we done?
we're done. Oh, Scott and Laura have a cute little puppy dog named Gracie. She's really cute. We're done.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. We hope you had, again, a very happy and safe new year. If you're new to the channel, click the subscribe button, ring
Please.
the bell, get notified every time we put up a video, which is every Saturday morning. We do a Saturday
At
coffee
least.
chat. And then during the week, we'll throw something up. If I get enough odds and ends, we call it a Throw Up Thursday, and it'll go up on Wednesdays. Why, I don't know.
I don't know why he did that. To me, it doesn't make any sense.
That's us.
But that's what would Tom
it
do.
fits. Okay? Oh my gosh. Have a great week.
See ya.
See ya.